heart slow down. Won't you beat a little slower?
When I found myself going to France as an au pair at age 20, everyone thought I'd find the great love of my life and never return. I scoffed at this notion. I had been alone my entire life. Why would that change now? Romance was a word for fairy tales, not my life. The funny thing was the more time I spent in France, the more romance I found.
Hey, 'cause there is so much time to kill.
In January, after my mother's visit, in the wake of the attack on Charlie Hebdo, it was time to finish the paperwork for my visa. I walked 45 minutes in the cold, wet, gray January air to have my chest x-rayed. As luck would have it, I got the young male French nurse and was told to get undressed. How undressed, I was still unclear of. Of course, the first man to see me topless would be this random medical professional. He took the scan and kept looking at me like I was an alien. He told me to get dressed and fetched his superior. They spoke at me in large French medical terms, and I only caught two: cur and deforme. I walked home in a complete disarray, wondering how I had let my mother back on a plane a week ago. 2 days later, I walked the same 45 minutes to a doctor's office across the street, scan in hand. Wow, that's interesting. It's backwards. What is? Your heart is opposite. The usual questions came to mind. My walk home was fraught with these, and this pink sunset, and the realization that I have always lived in a backwards world. My name is, and I am always right. I Google it, searching for answers. Dextrocardia. I was born this way, and by several thousand miracles, I was born perfectly this way. When I hug a person, our hearts make the shape of an upside-down heart. When I hold hands with someone, we are in an infinity of organs. Every promise, every pledge, every cross my heart had been a lie. The discovery of it felt so right. 1,000 tiny moments sewn together and confirmed. I was 20 years old, and I felt my heart beat for the first time. My journey in France ended months later, and romance I found there never ceased to amaze me.
Allez, on va aller dire au revoir.
Okay. Home, I handed my family doctor an early Christmas present in the form of my French x-ray. One American x-ray and a CAT scan later, and it was officially confirmed. It wasn't just my heart that was backwards, everything else was too. It is the most hidden secret I carry. I live in a world made for hearts on the left. I could never be president. It would confuse too many people in my swearing in. By no act of illness or disease, I have had to reappraise my anatomy, my making. My name is Claire Wright, and I am left-handed. I found my heart in France on the right. I have always been right. And in its own way, it's the most romantic thing that's ever happened to me. I found my heart in France. Sure, it wasn't that all-encompassing love that they all spoke of before I left. It was something better. It was something greater.